In the modern landscape for surveillance, there is usually a mix match of different technologies and manufacturers across many systems. That comes with inherent challenges, right, that customers may be going through. What I'd like to talk a little bit about is really the benefits of the end-to-end solution using Bosch cameras with the Bosch head end. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
People have heard about the optics and that the Bosch cameras deliver, right? The low light. If you haven't, I mean, it's definitely something to check out. But everything starting at the edge, all the way back to how BVMS was architected to and designed to work from the recording perspective and how it differs, and then being able to deliver a all-around solution to the customers from one manufacturer, I think, is a big deal.
I think there's a lot of benefits in that unity of design, right? The customers, there's lots of ways to say it, but the customers only have to go one place to get an answer. I think in the end users appreciate knowing that there's nobody in the middle, there's nobody else to point a finger at or somebody else to blame. When they buy a solution that Bosch provides, it starts with the camera, what's making the picture. It's the best picture that's out there. What's protecting that camera that's making the picture, the mounts that go with it, suited for the environment that the cameras are placed in. And then that follows back through communication paths we sell fiber optic pieces to connect things back if we're not going to use copper and coax or copper and a network. And then when you get back to the head end, we sell the entire solution. We sell the servers, the workstations, the storage, the monitors. So everything that you see, if there's a problem, things don't come out of the box incompatible. They're made to work together from the beginning to the end. Yeah. The features on the cameras are made to work with the software, so you don't see something really cool in an advertisement for a camera that you can't get to work with your front-end software.
Right, and there's a general alignment with that warranty, right? You've mentioned previously that we've aligned really the timelines for those warranties, so you can't expect that things will be too jumbled between different.
Over the past couple years with the product reliability, I think a lot of manufacturers have shuffled their warranties around a little bit. Now pretty much out of the box, you get a 5-year warranty pretty much end to end when you choose a Bosch solution. So, obviously people always ask, how long are these cameras going to last? What's interesting is I had a customer recently, we were talking about him upgrading his camera system, specifically the cameras. He always upgrades his BVMS system, but he said, Steve, you make the product too good. I can't convince my boss to spend money because the cameras have been out there, and we designed those cameras, put them in the system 12 years ago. So it's hard to talk about how long a product will last, because typically the features that customers want, whether that be additional low light or the HDR functionality out of the camera or added IVA capabilities, all those things are things that customers want. And with a Bosch solution, you get that compatibility from the time you get the equipment through the life of the product.
Yeah, and I think if customers are able and willing to look at the BVMS solution as an option, I mean, at that point, you're really able to grasp the full potential of the resiliency of the system in the BVMS platform. And I think over the course of these videos that we've talked about, we really try and capture that and make that apparent to the end users and whoever's deciding what security solution is best for us, right?
Steve, one of the topics that we talked about earlier was the need for ongoing maintenance and planning for either system upgrades or being a little more reactive in case of needing to deploy system patches. The BVMS software has an SMA structure to it. Specific for our government customers, we have a bit of an exception there to the rule. Can you speak to that? Sure.
A while ago, we spoke with a lot of customers that had a lot of concern about long-term costs of the system. How government funds projects is done by the year. You can't forward spend money, and it's difficult to do things in that environment. They don't know if they're going to get money the next year. Budgets could come up short, whatever. What we did was we came up with an option where we offer what's called an FM license, a future maintenance license. So for some added cost in the initial purchase, you get all of your SMAs for the life of the product. It gives you your tech support, your access to tech support. It gives you your any patches related to security or other fixes for the software. And again, it gives you all your future software upgrades through the life of BVMS.
Am I able to take that licensing and say move it to newer hardware?
Sure, that's another unique feature, and that doesn't just apply to the FM part of BVMS. That applies to the normal part. You can always take a license that you get, and if a piece of hardware fails, like unexpectedly or in a planned, hardware upgrade, we just simply transition that license to the new hardware in the license system. There's just some matching that goes on to accomplish that. So it's very simple. You own that license as long as BVMS is functional as a product. Then you pay that one-time cost with the FM, and you get that if you're a government customer.
If customers are currently using traditional commercial style, they're interested in coming to you and talking to FM. What's our plan there? How can we help them to bridge that gap?
We do have a plan. It is different, and it's different for every system. And I know that sounds a little odd, but it directly reflects the system that we're applying it to. So we need to get the information from the system. Once we have the information, the license information off the system, we can give you a cost to upgrade that normal license to an FM license, so you don't have to pay that annual SMA.
Excellent. Yeah, so we can transition a partial commercial system to fully FM.
Sure, even a government customer that bought a system prior to us offering FM, we can still get that upgraded and they can have an FM system.
Excellent. Sounds great. Well, thank you very much for both of your thoughts. I think that really goes a long ways to speaking to the benefits of using the full end-to-end Bosch solution. So I appreciate both your time.
Welcome.